Hi friends. So in this video, we are going to just quickly chat about Google Classroom and all of the notifications because I know I'm getting overwhelmed with the amount of emails that I'm getting and I'm losing them in my email inbox. So I can't even imagine what some of you who have 6 classes with 6 different teachers and 6 different Google Classrooms, you must have hundreds of emails every day because I know I keep changing and updating my classroom assignments and it's pushing out an email every time I change something. Um, so I'm decided to put this out there for you so you can go into your settings in Google Classroom and change your notification options so you can decide how much you hear from me or from another teacher. If you get my notifications at all, if you're like, I get up on my own, I check my email, and I go into Google Classroom on my own, I don't need email notifications, that's fine. You don't have to keep them on. Hopefully this little chat and this little video will help you figure out how to be the best kind of learner that for you at home, how to organize yourself, how to help yourself not be super overwhelmed, and to kind of figure some of this out on your own because we're sitting at home doing this on our laptops. So this is all new for us too. I've never taught online before, so let's dig in. Okay, so here we are in just Google. I've put this link here in our Google Classroom so it can take you actually right to this web page. I was going to put together a handout and like all this jazz, but Google's put it right there for us. So why reinvent the wheel? Makes everybody's life more difficult. If you would like a hard copy of this, please let me know and I can get one to you. Other than that, I will not have hard copies of this. But if you need one and you want a paper copy, by all means, just let me know and I will get it to you. Okay, so here in this Google Help window, there's lots of information here. We are going to focus solely on the information for turning notifications on and off in Google Classroom. You can do that on a number of devices and platforms. You can either do it on the computer here, as you see my cursor circling it. You can do it through an Android device, whether that's a smartphone or a tablet, or an iPhone or an iPad. So computer directions go for whether you're working on an Apple computer or a Windows machine or a Chromebook, it's all the same. Android and iPhone and iPad, those OS or operating systems differ slightly. So where things are located and how you get to certain options are different. So that's why those are different categories. If you are using one of those 3 devices that is not a computer, make sure you're trying to follow those instructions. Okay, so we're just going to focus in this little video combo here on the directions for a computer. Okay, so changing your notifications on a computer. So first of all, these little down arrows here expand the options for this subject, turn on or off email notifications. So you can turn on or off email notifications by just going into your normal Google Classroom interface. This window should look familiar to you because these are all of your classes. You would click the 3 little lines in the top left corner, choose settings, and then your next option is to choose receive email notifications, and then you would choose one of these 2, either turn off notifications, and then you would switch over the off button, or turn on notifications and switch on the on switch. So that is either off or on, like total on or off. It's not being able to pick and choose which classes or what you want to let through. So down here, if we expand this option here for customizing notifications, this is the section that tells us how to customize who and what we want to let into our email. So let's say you're in my Art 3-4 class and you don't want to hear any word from me because I send too many emails and I update too much, and you're going online and checking and doing the work anyway. You've emailed me back and forth when you have a question, so you don't need the notifications. It's totally fine. So you want to turn them off for my class, but maybe Mr. Sins's arts and crafts class, you want to get the notifications from him. So in here, you can choose which notifications to receive and which notifications that you don't want to receive. So you would go and start in the same location. So you get to your Google Classroom home screen, and then click on those three little lines in the top left corner again. Then again, choose settings. And then step 5, you would click any notification to turn on or off. Uh, and then looking at the table below, that's called student notifications. In this table, it gives you a little description about what you'd want to turn off if you wanted, let's say, to hear someone's commenting on your post. So you would turn on, get a notification for when someone comments on your post. Or if someone mentions you in a post or comment, you would turn on comments that mention you. If a teacher sends you a private message, you would turn on private comments on work. So this little table down here for student notifications is really important for you all. The table that's called teacher notifications, that doesn't really apply to you. Those are the notifications that I would get in my email as a teacher. So if a student submits work or a student comments on something, I'm going to get that email from you. Is anytime any one of us teachers either creates or edits an assignment, you're going to get pushed a notification. So if I've made an assignment and then I saw that I had 3 spelling errors, and if you're in my class, you know that's a possibility, and I edit them, you're going to then get another email notification for when I change the spelling errors in the classroom assignment, okay? Or if I find this other article and I attach it later, you're again going to get another email notification. So if you don't want that, I would say turn this off, okay? Same thing with when someone comments on your post. Maybe some of these things aren't imperative unless a teacher's asking you to comment as like a class discussion. So just think about what each one of these options are and if you really need to get an email notification for it. If you are checking Google Classroom regularly, you're going to see all this stuff anyway. So as an adult, as a teacher, as someone who's new to this too, try and stay in the habit of getting up in the morning, eating a good breakfast, checking your email, maybe while you're eating breakfast or afterwards, while you're drinking a cup of coffee or hot chocolate or tea, and then logging into Google Classroom to see if any of your teachers sent you feedback, understanding the way the notifications work in Google Classroom, and turning them off, turning some off, maybe not all, is definitely going to help the feeling of being overwhelmed and feeling anxious because there's just so much coming at you. I hope you're all doing really well. If you get stuck with this or you need help turning them off, again, contact me and I can try and walk you through it, but hopefully this video helps. I will see everybody soon. Bye.